Event 1 Teams 6-minute AMRAP. Athlete 1 and 2 synchronized 12 kettlebell deadlifts, 9 Russian kettlebell swings, 6 kettlebell thrusters. Athlete 3 row. Score 1A is total meters rowed. Score 1B is total synchro reps completed. One athlete will start on the rower. The other two athletes will start with the kettlebell on the floor. At 3, 2, 1, go, the athlete on the rower will begin to row, and the other two athletes will pick up their kettlebells and start with the deadlifts. Once they complete the 12 synchro deadlifts, they will move on to the synchro Russian kettlebell swings. Once they have completed the 9 Russian kettlebell swings, they will move on to the synchro thrusters. Once they have completed the 6 synchro thrusters, they will begin again with the deadlifts. They will continue with one athlete rowing and two athletes performing the synchro work for the whole 6 minutes. Athletes can change positions at any time. Rowing. Athletes' feet must be strapped in. The damper can be set to the athlete's choice. Handle will be in the cradle and hands may not touch the handle until 3, 2, 1, go. Deadlift. The athletes will start standing with the kettlebell between their feet. This is a traditional sumo deadlift with the feet wide and the kettlebell touching the ground between the athlete's feet. Starting at the form, the kettlebell is lifted until the hips and knees reach full extension with the shoulders in line with the body. The arms must be straight throughout. The kettlebell must touch the floor with the rep to count. No rep. No rep includes not achieving knee and hip extension at the top or not touching the kettlebell to the floor. The movement will be considered synchro at 2 points, both kettlebells touching the floor and both athletes standing fully upright. Russian kettlebell swings. After the 12th deadlift while standing upright, the Russian kettlebell swing may be started. The athletes will lower the kettlebell between their legs. The kettlebell must pass behind the heels at the bottom. Then the athlete begins the rising arc and the movement finishes when the arms are straight and the hands are above the shoulders and the hips are extended. The movement will be considered synchro when both athletes are standing with hips and knees fully extended and the kettlebell above their shoulders. Thrusters. Thrusters may be done with both hands on the kettlebell or single arm thrusters are also allowed. After the 9th Russian kettlebell swing, the kettlebell must be returned to below the waist before brought to the goblet position or in single hand. If using two hands, the kettlebell must be held with both hands on the horns of the kettlebell with the handle facing up. Once in the starting position with hips and knees fully extended, the athlete will squat until the crease of their hip is below the top of their knee. They will then stand up, bring the kettlebell over their head. The rep is completed when the knees, hips, and arms are fully extended with the kettlebell over or slightly behind the center of the body. Dropping the kettlebell will constitute as a no rep. The movement will be considered synchro when the athletes are in the bottom of the squat and also when both athletes are standing with arms, hips, and knees locked out with the kettlebell over the center of the body. Event 2 Teams 15-minute time cap. Each athlete will perform one of the following: 3 rounds of 15 wall balls, 15 hang power snatch, 21 15-9 wall balls and hang power snatch, 45 wall balls, 45 hang power snatch. Each athlete must complete one of the 3 workouts. Each workout may only be performed once. At 3, 2, 1, go, the first athlete will perform 3 rounds of 15 wall balls and then 15 hang power snatch. Once they have completed that, the second athlete will perform 21 15-9 reps of wall balls and hang power snatch. Once they have completed that, the third athlete will perform 45 wall balls and then 45 hang power snatch. Score is time completed, 15-minute time cap. 1 second will get added on for each rep not completed. Wall ball. Ball starts on the ground. Athlete picks it up to the upright full hip extension position with the ball in front rack position. Athletes squat to hip crease below knee, keeping ball in front rack position. After rising back toward the top, the athlete tosses the ball to the target. Athlete catches the ball and must have the ball in front rack position while lowering hip crease to below knee for every rep. If the ball hits the ground, the athlete must reposition to upright, hips extended front rack position before squatting for the next rep. Allowing the ball to drop from the target to the ground will result in a no rep. An air ball where the ball gets high enough but does not make contact with the target is also a no rep. Hang power snatch. The barbell will begin preloaded on the ground. The athlete will begin by performing a deadlift and bringing the bar up to the hips. From there, they may lower the bar to hang position, anywhere between the top of the knees and the hips, and then perform a snatch by bringing the bar straight overhead in one smooth motion. A clean and jerk, where the bar is lifted to the shoulders and then overhead, is a no rep. The rep is completed when the barbell is fully locked out, overhead with the hips, knees, and arms fully extended, and the bar directly over the middle of the body. The rep is completed at this point. The athlete will bring the bar back down to hang position for the next rep. If the bar is brought down to the ground, the athlete will have to pick it up in a deadlift again before starting again. Event 3, teams. 3 rounds of 3-minute EMOM. Minute 1, 50 seconds max pull-ups or ring rows. Minute 2, 50 seconds synchro alternating forward lunges or goblet squats. Minute 3, 50 seconds synchro line-facing burpees. At 3, 2, 1, go, one athlete will step up to the bar or the rings and complete as many pull-ups or ring rows as possible in 50 seconds. The team will then prepare for the next movement. Once the 1-minute timer beeps, all 3 athletes will perform as many synchro alternating forward lunges or goblet squats as possible in 50 seconds. The team will then prepare for the next movements. Once the 1-minute timer beeps, all 3 athletes will complete as many synchro line-facing burpees as possible in 50 seconds. The team will then start from the beginning and complete this work for a total of 3 rounds in 9 minutes. Score is total reps. Pull-ups, intermediate. Strict, kipping, or butterfly are allowed. Pull-ups begin with the athlete in full arm extension and feet not touching anything. The chin must go above the bar before descending to full arm extension. No rep. No rep includes the chin not going above the bar, the feet touching anything, the arms not being fully extended in the down position, or using the jump to the bar as momentum for the first rep. If a jump is required to get to the bar, the athlete must first dead hang with arms fully extended before beginning reps. Ring rows, novice and masters. Rings will have been pre-adjusted so the bottom of the ring is 40 inches from the floor. A piece of tape will be on the floor directly below the rings. The athlete will begin with the back of their heels on the far side of the tape, furthest away from the hands and gripping the rings. The athlete will bend their knees and lean back without their feet moving. The athlete is in a proper position when the toes are up, heels are the only part of the foot touching the ground, or the feet are flat with heels not touching the line, and the body in a straight line from ankle to neck with arms fully extended. Without kipping or losing the rigid body position, the athlete will pull their chest toward the rings. A rep is completed when the hands break the plane of the chest. No rep. No rep includes not having the body in a rigid line from ankle to neck and the rings not breaking the plane of the chest. Synchro alternating forward lunges, intermediate. All 3 athletes will begin by standing tall and side by side. The team will then interlock elbows of teammates, with outside athletes having one free arm and the middle athlete having both arms interlocked with teammates' arms. All 3 athletes will then begin by lunging forward, only forward and touching their back knee to the ground at the same time, and return back to the standing position with feet back in line and hips and knees fully extended. All 3 knees must touch the ground at the same time before standing back up, and arms must always be interlocked for repetitions to be counted. The movement will be considered synchro at 2 points, when all 3 athletes' back knee is touching the floor and all 3 athletes are standing fully upright. Synchro goblet squats, novice and masters. All 3 athletes will begin standing fully upright with the knees and hips extended, holding the kettlebell horns upright and the kettlebell at a height between the chest and neck. While maintaining the kettlebell grip position, the athletes will lower their hip crease to below the knee and stand back up to the fully upright position for each rep. The movement will be considered synchro at 2 points, when all 3 athletes' hip crease is below the knee and all 3 athletes are standing fully upright. Line-facing burpees. Line-facing burpees must be performed perpendicular to and facing the line. Athletes may jump or step back to reach the bottom position. Chest and thighs must touch the ground with the head behind the line. Standing and or jumping back to the starting position are both permitted. Intermediates must jump over the line using a 2-foot takeoff. Novice and masters, single-legged jump or stepping over the line is permitted. For 3-person teams, all 3 athletes must have their chest and thighs on the ground at the same time and jump over the line at the same time. Score is total reps completed. Event 4 teams. On an 8-minute running clock, find a combined 3-rep max bench press. At 3, 2, 1, go, the first athlete will load the bar and then lie on the bench and perform a set of 3 bench press. Each athlete on the team will complete sets of 3 bench press. Athletes may go in any order and the weight may be adjusted up or down as necessary. Weight changes must be no less than 5 pounds. Score will be the total weight of each athlete's heaviest successful set of 3. Bench press. Athletes must lie flat on the bench with feet either touching the floor or on one 45-pound bumper plate. Athletes may ask for assistance in unracking the bar, but no assistance can be given for any repetition for it to count. After unracking the bar, the athlete must begin with full control of the bar, elbows extended. The bar will be lowered to the nipple area of the chest until the bar touches the chest. The rep is completed when the bar is pressed upward and the elbows are fully extended. If the spotter touches the bar at any time during the rep, the bar must be racked for safety reasons and that set will not count. If the judge feels it is safe to do so, the athlete may again unrack the bar and begin reps again. Reps must be unbroken. The athlete may attempt their sets as many times as the athlete wants. However, if any assistance is given by the spotter, the complete set does not count. The score is total combined heaviest successful of the 3 lifts.